between the small n and the capital N is 1 all the way to n. The capital N stands for the last firm, while n stands for the total number of firms. And within which m, which is less than n, stands for the number of leaders. So the number of followers is just n minus m. Okay? In which m leaders will independently and simultaneously choose their output levels, then the n minus m followers, having observed the output decision of the leaders, would also independently and simultaneously choose their output levels. And this question will ask you to study the incentives of a follower merging with a follower, a leader merging with a leader, or a leader merging with a follower, followed by the comparative statistics of their mergers. Now, what we have in our mind is to, first of all, set up a profit maximization problem of a leader and a follower. Let me introduce some notations to you in which let Q bar superscript L stands for the total output of n leaders, and capital Q F negative I stands for the total output of n minus m is the total number of followers, but excluding yourself, becoming n minus m minus 1 followers. Then the follower will choose QIF, which is the follower's individual output, to solve its own profit maximization problem, which I will just solve part A for you, right, as a courtesy, which is to choose QIF. Now we have the weak inequality because we allow the possibility that output is 0. So we have QIF is greater than or equal to 0. QIF. Now, what is the inverse demand function? It's 1 minus capital Q. Now, capital Q is the output of all the firms in the economy. What are these firms? First, you have the output of all leaders, and you have the output of all the other followers, and you have the output of yourself. Now, this is the price, right? Multiplied by your own output, because production cost is 0. So you don't have the cost following the revenue. This is the profit maximization problem of the follower. Next. Let me see. Let me just define one more thing. Bless you. Q negative IL is the total output of n minus 1 leaders then QF is the output of all followers. But the follower's output would be decided by observing the output of this leading firm QIL plus the output of all other leaders. Now here's the tricky thing. If we say the leader is solving for its output QIL, then this leader and the output of all other leaders would jointly affect the output of the followers. So keep this in mind when we try to write down the profit maximization problem of the follower, which is to choose its own output by the price times the output, which the price is given by 1 minus the total output of all the other leaders minus the output of all followers. For the followers, we decide the output as a function of its own output and the output of all the other leaders minus the output of itself times the output. Do you understand this? This is the price. And the price for the leader not only depends on the output of all leaders and itself, but also the total output of all leaders, and this leader will affect the output of all the other followers. And this is the price times the output, which gives you the profit maximization problem of the leader. So I already solved part A for you as a courtesy, and for part B, you just need to take the first order condition with respect to QIF for the follower, and with respect to QIL for the leader, and assuming interior solutions, you can find the best response function of the follower to the leader's output, and also you are able to find the profit maximizing output of the leader. Now, when you find out the profit maximizing output of the leader, substitute this into the follower's best response function, you should be able to find the follower's profit maximizing output as well. And then you solve the stackable game before the merger takes place.